Greetings and salutations. Random, not so random thought in this moment. Just kind of, you know, reflecting or, processing through the passing of Assata Shakur. Well, not processing through her passing, but in light of her passing, that has really kind of inspired me to look more deeply into her story, because I realized that I really wasn't deeply familiar with it. I had definitely, seen some of her quotes, different things that have been attributed to her, and heard little snippets and things here and there, but never really had a full or deep picture of what her experience was. And definitely an invitation, if you are, like me, please, take a little deep dive. There are two videos that I would recommend. One of them, Assata Shakur, Through the Rainbow, in Light of the Rainbow. I don't remember what it's called, but I will add that in the caption. And then another is a snippet from Democracy Now! It's Assata Shakur in her own words. And then there is a follow-up video to that where both her lawyer and Angela Davis give some commentary on, what she had been through. It was around the time when the FBI had elevated her status to most wanted, and designated her a terrorist that was a danger or a threat to America presently. And I believe that was 2013, right? After she was able to seek refuge in Cuba. I don't remember what I was saying. After she was able to seek refuge in Cuba, after the all had happened. I completely had a brain fart. So the altercation, she's being accused, or she has been accused, or the allegation is that she shot a police officer on the New Jersey Turnpike during a routine traffic stop, right? And the indication was that she executed him, right? Execution style, cold-blooded, right? That was the assertion. And based on what they're saying, in the courts, there was absolutely no evidence demonstrating that she did or could have done that. She was actually shot in that altercation. She was shot in the back, and I believe he said something was shattered or something, so she wouldn't even have been able to raise her arm to shoot a gun. There was no residue found on her hands. There was no chemical evidence tying her to the guns, to having shot the gun. There was nothing that, there was absolutely no evidence that she committed that crime, right? None whatsoever. They are, it's just lies, dead lies, big lies that are being enforced by our government, right? Because her message was a threat somehow. The message of the Black Panthers you know, the message of revolutionaries, people that were working towards, you know, speaking out against oppression, you know, of the people. And my brain is kind of like all over the place right now. I'm not able to really form cohesive thoughts, but definitely, please, if you don't know, if you aren't familiar with her story, to look deeper. You know, there's so many things that, and even in 2013 when Angela Davis was talking about it, she was kind of, you know, acknowledging the fact that, you know, this is 2013 now, this is 30 years later, and still so many people really don't know the details of this case. And I think there is a reason for that, you know. In the kind of artistic documentary thing that she did, it's Assata Shakur, something rainbow, I can't remember what it's called, but in that video, oh no, I just lost my thought. Definitely, please watch it. Please watch it. Would love to have a conversation about this, just to, you know, what was I gonna say? It's gonna come back. But definitely, please watch it. Her message is powerful. Yeah, and one of the things that she had talked about is the threat that they posed was that young people were resonating with the message that they had, right? A message of something different, right? Outside of this, you know, two-party system that we have found ourselves in, right? You know, when we know that when we vote, it's always two sides of the same coin, right? We're not getting anything different, and they were offering something different. There is something different that's possible, right? So it's allowing ourselves to recognize that and to speak up for that, to demand that, right? Because people actually are the ones with the power, right? And when we recognize that, we're a problem, right? We're a threat. We're a threat to the status quo. We're a threat to the way that things move and operate now in this moment, right? So it's important that we recognize that, and we look at the things that they don't necessarily want us to see, you know, the proverbial they, you know, those at the top pulling strings, right, to maintain power, control, right? But that's ours to reclaim, right? Yeah, definitely watch her video. Watch both, all three. There's 3 videos that I mentioned. I will I'm gonna post this as a story, and I'll add the links, and then I'll create a highlight, and that will be there. So whenever it is you find this video, if you know, think you might forget to go and look, just click there and or there, or I don't know, I don't think it's gonna be present right now while you're watching, but you know, in the place. So yeah, I believe that is all. Hadn't anticipated the video being this long, or didn't intend on it being this long, but yeah, definitely, please. I am myself right now, you know, starting a deep dive, right? There's so much that we are blissfully unaware of, and you know, I think sometimes it's fear of truth, You know, sometimes it can be scary to face the truth, right? But we're strong, you know, and we can face truths. And yeah, you know, just even in the few things that I've watched of her, her message was of peace, right? Definitely resistance and revolution, but at the core was love, right? And a desire to just live and be, and to have that just in and of itself be okay, you know? Asking for human beings to be treated as human beings. But yeah, she most definitely was not a terrorist. She was held captive by terrorists, right? As we seem to be. But yeah, right now is a moment where we have our voice and we have the ability to speak up and speak out, to recognize the things that are happening, to not look away from it, right? Scary as it might be. Yeah. Sending so much love. Peace. Just a little after note. I am aware that the image on the thumbnail is actually Angela Davis. Well, one of the pictures on the thumbnail is actually Angela Davis. I am aware, as I was making the thumbnail for this YouTube video, well, YouTube/Instagram, as I was making the thumbnail for it, I just used the thumbnail I had made for the video I posted yesterday for the reel, for the short, and I resized it to the, you know, YouTube dimensions, and, you know, I'm kind of pulling the pictures out, kind of expanding them and moving them around, and then I click on one of the pictures and I was like, oh shit, that is not Assata Shakur. That's definitely Angela Davis. But I corrected in the other one. I just made an edit in the caption, you know, acknowledging my faux pas. And then I decided that it was not a faux pas. It was actually a spirit-guided moment, right? I think her presence, it fits there, you know? So I decided to keep her in this one as well, even knowing that she is not Assata Shakur. She is Angela Davis, I am aware. So this is also, if anyone else notices that, I can say, hi, I recognized, I know. I realize the error of my ways, and I have taken steps to correct the matter. Not that it needed to be corrected, because she fits perfectly well. She fits perfectly well. Perfectly. But yes, with that, I shall bid you adieu. Sending so much love again.